Who thinks my property increased in value $65,000 in 2 years.
All those idiots that spent money the last 3.5 years caused that problem.
50% increase.
So you're complaining about the value of your house going up?
I know what the house is worth.
And if you listed it, you'd list it for more than what the value on the auditor's website is. Oh, you-
Hey, let me tell you something, at least, and
Doubled.
you didn't get this phone call yesterday.
No one wants to
My
pay more.
property value went from
The property-
100,000 to 65,000,
Play a bad thing.
okay? Well, I don't think that's fair, I don't think that's right. I go, okay, give me your address. Give me the address, I put it in, and she says, so what can I do about it? I said, well, hold on a minute, let's look at this. And the first thing I look at is sales. And I said, well, ma'am, I says, I apologize. And she said, what? I go, we have your property valued at $65,120. I'm sorry that we have it $120 over the purchase price from last year. She goes, I go, you bought it for $65,000. Well, yeah, well, we had to because people were bidding, and I go, no. According to the Ohio Supreme Court, an arm's length transaction in the state of Ohio is the best indicator of value. And you fulfilled that, you set the value on your property, but I'm sorry that we have $120 for money. And then she goes, oh, and I says, well, would you be interested in talking to somebody about applying for homestead? She goes, sure. So I went through the whole thing. I go, where can we send you the form? She gives me an address in Florida. And that was the best conversation I had.
Absolutely sell your house for that.
Good morning. This is the Board of Commissioners, Richland County. It is our January 30th meeting. And I am Darrell Banks, Commissioner, fellow commissioners, Cliff Mears, Tony Vero, Stacy Crawl, our clerk, administrator, Andrew Keller. And we have been joined by Pat Dropsy, the county auditor, and Matt Hill from County IT. Here with us today is Carl Hunnell from the Richland Source, and online is Al Lawrence from the Mansfield News Journal. So, gentlemen, why don't you tell us what you got in mind?
First thing I'm here for is to get some money.
Which we don't have.
This is part of the security project. We have this was part of ARPA too, right? Yeah. It's to order new credentials, so new badges, new fobs for our new security system that's coming up. We are real close on the dog warden of going live with the new security system. Schmidt is currently wiring Longview. So it's going to be we're trying to get Longview done before early voting starts, because once that starts, we can't do anything in the Board of Elections area. So we're trying to get the whole building just completely done. And then we'll be moving to the prosecutor's office, but we are making pretty good speed. They were also downstairs looking at clerk of courts and getting that added to the system as well. But the credentials for everybody would be $15,225. And that's going to replace everybody's badge and everybody's fob, because current badges and fobs are not.
Are you sure we don't need two-factor authentication to go with an 88 character password to get in the building or
Well,
anything?
you're gonna, so yeah. So you better make sure you have your badge or your fob, because you're not getting in if you don't have both. No, it's gonna be, you have to get into the building, you'll have to have a badge and a PIN number during off hours. 8 to 4, the building's open, so. But yeah, this is gonna replace everybody's badge and everybody's fob in the county. And then we'll have extras.
Isn't that, didn't that come in less than the estimate?
Yeah, it was, I think the original was 18 or 20,000. We're at 15.
Well, you're already over budget for the project though.
Oh, no, you're over budget.
So I'm keeping tabs.
But this is pretty much the last thing that will be needed is this. We've received servers and all the other stuff.
Right.
I said should be. I've been around you politicians enough.
Or public servant.
Same father.
Motion to approve the notice of ARPA expenditure for the purchase of key fobs and ID cards.
Second.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Pharaoh,
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you also have something else here, I see.
Yeah, I have a request for, send two of the IT people to, another Tyler. It's like their classes. This year they're in Indianapolis, but because it's from out of state, according to the 32520, the Ohio Revised Code, I need the county commissioners' approval for out of state travel. There will be no airlines since it's in Indianapolis. They're gonna drive. For Nate McVicker, who went to last year's, and he's still gonna be taking classes pertaining to the law enforcement module for the sheriff's department. And then Jared Jakubik is the other individual we're asking for to be able to go, and he's also working on the law enforcement module for sheriff's office. And those are the classes they're gonna be taking is towards that new module.
As long as it's not Matt Hill, motion to approve.
That's everything that's involved in it.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Pharaoh,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you might have questions from the friends and family and media here.
Carl, questions?
What is the overall status of the overall security project since we're now purchasing ID cards?
Isn't that like giving a bank robber keys to the vault?
As best as you can tell, under the public records laws, we're also maintaining security for all of them. What is the status of the security project?
Like I said, dog warden's almost done. I know as of Friday, they were putting up cameras and more hardware. And then earlier last week, I met with Schmidt, and the wiring is almost done at Longview. So I'm hoping by the first full week of February to have both those buildings up and running on the new system. That's part of the reason why I need the cards, because their current stuff doesn't work with it. With the new system. I'm hoping by February 5th to start taking new pictures of everybody and getting cards printed and things like that. So we'll have should have two of the 5 buildings should be done. And then we'll start the prosecutor's office. And
You have an anticipated date, Matt, when everything will be done?
I'm hoping by June. And that's also what Schmidt was hoping for, was June. But
One of the biggest issues is Longview, because that's where like Matt said, that's where the Board of Elections is, and the Secretary of State has a rule basically that you can't do anything related to cybersecurity. Was it 30 days before?
yeah, it's
30 days before and 30 days after an election. That's why they're trying to get that one done prior to that 30 days kicking in, so Longview will be done and out of the way.
Yeah, because every election eliminates 3 months for us that we can't do any work in that area. So last year pretty much couldn't do anything in Board of Elections because of all the
Three
elections,
elections.
3 elections, yeah. So the goal is to get it done as soon as possible, so that way we can start using the system over there at Longview.
And I did hear the words over budget. So what was the original estimate and what is it like? What is the anticipated final cost going to be?
The original estimate was $1 million. And we are at, I just was looking as of yesterday. Mr. Hill losing at Price is Right games here as he's gone over. I show the exact cost is 1,109,510.08. So he's $100,000 over. You would not get to spin the wheel.
I'll just take it out of your guys' budget.
That's what I had.
Carl, you have any questions?
Al.
Al, I'm sorry. Sorry, Al.
Yeah, since you
Sorry,
mentioned it
Carl.
was over budget, what happened with it? Just it escalating costs or what?
I believe it was the cost of the servers for the cameras that went up. I think we were originally looking at about 75,000 for them.
You mean 750? Wait,
Keith.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I don't.
Yeah,
So,
they ended up being 25,000 a piece, so it was $125,000 for the servers.
so basically you're saying inflation and
I believe the model of server that we were looking at was end of life. And Dell doesn't tell their customers when stuff is necessarily end of life all the time. So we had to go up a model number. And of course, anything that's new is more expensive. So
okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate your time.
thanks, guys.
Then secure us.
Carolina blue. The prettiest color in the universe.
If you like,
Look at the sky.
if you like, influenza, sure.
Just look at the sky. Carolina blue.
Okay, we're gonna do other, or I guess we have to wait till 10 o'clock.
You don't have to.
Don't have to?
No, it's just listed under other.
Okay, well, Amanda,
No, we have to wait till 10 on Amanda.
Oh, sorry. You have to wait till 10 on Amanda. You
We do the other.
right. Gentlemen, can we get a motion to certify the record of proceedings for January 25th?
So move. Second.
Banks,
Yes.
Arrow,
Yes.
Ramir.
Yes. Okay. And can we get a motion to approve the monthly in appropriations and transfers?
Second.
Fairbanks,
Yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
Ramir.
Yes. And can we get an approval for requisition?
So move.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes. Okay, we have some parcels of land so that we can accept the parcels for additional county right of way. This concerns the London West Road. And parcels. I assume we can handle them all at once.
New proof,
It's 4 different owners, but 6 parcels.
all for the London West Road Bridge project.
Yeah.
So move.
Yeah, second.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes. And then we have an overweight vehicle permit to bring in a crane to work. And can we get that from, it's a in and out thing?
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes. And can I get a motion to terminate a JFS employee under probation? And then we have,
Banks,
yes,
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
okay, and last up, we have approval of community block grant subs recipient transportation services agreement. This would be between the county and the transportation,
And this was that term I asked them to fix, is that the terms were messed up and it looks like they just had the older contract, so it looks like that's been fixed. Motion to approve. Second.
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Any questions?
But could not up to date on right of ways, what is the difference between a T and an SH? Couple of T.
Ps are temporary easements. The SHs are easements. And I can't see full easements. Yes,
And what is the transportation services agreement? What's it?
Is with,
with the transit board. Yes, so it's for them to be able to receive this PG funds that we awarded.
Idea how much those funds are gonna be?
$75,000.
That tied to any particular service, so I don't like the city does, they use lots of money, but it's.
for regular transportation, regular routes, and also for dial rights.
One through August 31, 2025. Just FYI.
Carl, you have any questions?
Yeah, I got a couple. When is that London East Road project gonna be done? You know,
Not know,
London West, by the way.
yeah, I'm sorry.
since these are just the easements, I don't even know when it's starting.
Okay, so it's still early in the process.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Other question I had, which bridge project is that overweight thing for?
that is Crider Road. That's for the Crider Road in Mifflin Township.
When is that one scheduled to start? In March?
Once they were moving stuff in, it should be doing work now.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last part, Stacy.
They're working on it now. That's why they needed that,
Oh, okay.
get the crane in there.
Okay, I think that's all I had. Thank you.
And it says the permit would be effective January 26th for 5 days. Only because it covers it through the 31st,
Right,
tomorrow.
and they brought it to us on the 26th, so, yeah.
Okay, it is 9:48 and we will recess until 10 a.m.
What's up, Amanda Miller?
That's what I told.
Come up with these names.
Okay, the board is back in session now and Amanda Miller has joined us. And Amanda, I see you have a EP form with many, many pages for.
That looked like it was exciting to fill out. That's one of your favorite things to do, it looks like.
Yes, paperwork is always my favorite. As you know, we're regulated by the Ohio EPA and wastewater. And we have to renew our permit for our processes. The permit sets our limits of discharge and our handling of sludge. Sorry, my head hurts today. I've been struggling a little bit today. I presented you with a renewal application for 0.9 million gallon a day ECU wastewater treatment facility on Fleming Falls Road. Our last two renewals have been 5-year renewals. I'm hopeful we'll get another 5 years. There have been some changes in permit limits and things that it may be a little less. Have to be making some changes to the plant. We don't have any plans to expand at this time. Our average flow is only 0.5 million gallons a day. There is some equipment and things at the age and some changes that we'll have to make depending on where they set our limits.
How much capacity do we have right now?
We still have almost 500,000.
Would, can I get a motion to approve turning in this form?
So move.
Second.
I see it does go to the US EPA.
Yes,
The Ohio is the one that governs.
the forms are filled out. They all go to the Ohio one.
Okay,
Commissioner Banks?
yes.
Commissioner Barrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Mears?
Questions, Al?
Yeah, Amanda, you said this permit was for how much? How many gallons? 0.9?
The plan is designed for 0.9 million gallons a day,
Okay.
900,000.
What, you said you might have to do some things. What kinds of things might you have to, do you anticipate the EPA possibly asking to be done?
I'm anticipating a phosphorus limit. We haven't had one in the past. So there'll be some treatment. Way it's added. So there'll be some additional equipment needed to add that in to bring our phosphorus limits down. Most of the state is under a 1 parts per million. And we at this time do not have a limit. So I anticipate that coming. We average, our average is around a 2. So I'm not sure if they will impose one, not at this time.
You did say parts per million, right?
Phosphorus. The phosphorus
Yeah.
limit, yes.
Yeah, we talk about phosphorus in groundwater. Where does it come from in wastewater?
Generally in products, a lot of a lot of companies use it in their production. Used to find it a lot in soaps and things like that. They've curved away from it, but there's still a lot of components out there or products out there that contain it.
Okay, when you say soaps, you talk about laundry soap?
Laundry soap, bath soap, hair soap. It used to be popular in them. They've brought their use of it down, but it's still in just a lot of different products on the market.
Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Carl?
I mean, while you're here, if the commissioners want to address it as well, any updates on the Belleville project going on down by 97?
Yeah, we're finalizing the actual plan, working with Gorman Rupp to see what their structures are. We have some meetings set up to talk to property owners down there because we'd like to have some easements. But it's moving forward. We're still on course to have it ready for bid in the spring.
Go ahead.
Any other business? Commissioners will stand adjourned at 10:05.